This week, two subjects, funding for local education and local mental health resources, are poised to collide on Tuesday, May 6th at the Commissioners' Public Forum. Remember, for more details on the information I'm about to cover, you can always go to informedstmarys.com. Also, check out Informed St. Mary's on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. A few weeks ago, members of the community came together to offer their thoughts at the fiscal year 2026 Budget Public Forum. One of the key topics of conversation was the additional $5.3 million request from the Board of Education to fund this year's school budget. There were many people there who rose in support of funding public education. Last week, the commissioners pushed back on some of the messages they heard at the budget public hearing, including Commissioner President Guy, who encouraged Superintendent Scott Smith to talk to the educators about their messaging. The commissioners have signaled that the school system will receive additional funding, but we won't know the actual amount until the commissioners' business meeting on Tuesday morning. ESMIC is encouraging all those who support funding education to again show up for another public forum. ESMIC said in a Facebook post, "We are educators, we are parents, we are community members, we will never be silenced." At the Board of Education's meeting on April 23rd, Superintendent Scott Smith addressed some of the budget concerns. Superintendent Smith pointed out that the county's budget had an $18.6 million increase across all government spending. He also pointed out that the county government has created 164 new positions since 2020, while the school system has only created 90. 90 is a key number because if the school system doesn't get the additional funding it needs, they will have to cut up to 90 positions. The superintendent stressed that they can't just cut 90 positions this far into the school year because next school year is so close, so they're going to have to be very methodical about it. School staff nearing retirement have reportedly begun receiving notices encouraging them to retire early and receive a cash bonus for doing so. This staff reduction and upcoming plans for redistricting are ways the school system is looking to reduce its budgetary costs. More info on redistricting in the article tomorrow morning. Now let's turn to a developing story in northern St. Mary's. Last Tuesday evening, I attended a meeting at Charlotte Hall Library for the Pascal Crisis Service Center. This meeting was held by the owners of the proposed center and their engineer to inform the public on what could be coming to Mount Wolf Road in Charlotte Hall. You can see the plan for the center right above my head here. It's along Mount Wolf Road, and it stretches back on 10 acres of property in what is a residential area off of Mount Wolf Road. The full view of the property, which you see here is the crisis center, and then the property stretches back. During the meeting at the library, the owners explained that they intended to live on the back half of the property along with two of their adult children, so there could potentially be 3 houses built back there as well. Here's the proposed location in relation to Route 235. So down here in the corner, you see the intersection of Route 235 and Mount Wolf Road, where Wawa and Tractor Supply are. You may recognize the photo from my blog because it was included in Delegate Matt Morgan's Sunday morning email. In the email, he explained that he had no involvement in this project and that his knowledge was limited to the inclusion of a line item in the state budget. That line item was for $500,000 in funding that Senator Jack Bailey secured to help this project move forward. He also included information about a petition that residents in the area have started, encouraging the commissioners to find another location for this center. There were a few things that were made clear at the informational meeting held at the library last Tuesday. The first is that the residents of this area do not want this crisis center placed where it is proposed. Many people who attended the meeting were concerned about their physical safety and the safety of their property, also concerns about increased traffic on Mount Wolf Road and the placement of the entrance to this center, which is in a dangerous location. The atmosphere at the meeting became tense very quickly as residents were frustrated that they did not have advance notice that this was happening. There was also a lot of confusion about whether or not this was a done deal or if the residents still had a chance to put a stop to it. The owners of the center stressed several times that this would not be a substance abuse center, but area residents were not inclined to believe what they said. The bottom line was that they felt this was more appropriate for a commercial area or somewhere closer to other services that patients may need. Now, as a bit of a sidebar, I do want to take this opportunity to encourage everyone to go to the county's website. I'll put it right down here below and sign up for updates about the comprehensive plan revision process. One of the reasons that this crisis center could be put in a residential area, that's because our comprehensive plan, which sets out a vision for how growth should occur in St. Mary's County, is 15 years out of date. Being revised and will then be used to inform changes to the county's comprehensive zoning ordinance, which are the set of laws regulating where development can happen. There's over 115,000 people in this county, and so far only 288 of them have participated in giving feedback about the comprehensive plan's revision. Also on Sunday morning, Commissioner Mike Alderson, who represents Commissioner District 3, the northern area of St. Mary's County, posted this on his Facebook page. Alderson said that the commissioners were briefed on the crisis center last spring before any property was purchased, and that it was assumed that the facility would be situated on commercial property. He also said that the commissioners were not informed about the meeting to be held at the library last Tuesday, and he only heard about it from a resident while he was on his way to work. So that means on Tuesday, May 6th at 6:30, you should put something on your calendar if you care about public education and mental health resources so that you can come talk to these guys right here and let them know your thoughts. The public forums are held at the Governmental Center in the Chesapeake Building, which is located in Leonardtown just off of Hollywood Road.